Hello everyone and welcome back to Vampire The Masquerade Shadows of New York, and what's probably going to be the final video. I don't think we have that much left after all. So yeah, jeez, he's doing both D'Angelo's voice and Kaiser's voice. Fuck my throat. And not in the good way. Jeez. Like, pain. Cause yeah, doing that scratchy, raspy voice for extended amounts of time isn't good. That's why I don't really do visual novels. Like, I remember, what was it? Fucking Danganronpa. Doing that practically, oh god, I had practically gave me, what would it be? Strep throat, practically. Just from the set amount of fucking reading in that game. Cause yeah, you get to like, basically, let's say, the trials, and then, oh yeah, everything's voiced again. You can just sit back and let it play out. But then you get to the whole regular game play loop, and it's just, reading for fucking hours. Anyway, so last time we basically dealt with Kaiser. And broke his fucking leg. The problem though is, can't you actually heal that, you know, just pop some blood and be fine? Isn't that how vampires work, right? Once again, Kaiser probably could have easily kicked her ass in most circumstances. Cause it's, you know, you could just pop obfuscate and whap Gus upside the head. And we wouldn't be able to see where he is, not for Roger and those things. I should pop potents and punch us across the street. Then turn invisible and punch us back across the street. You know, things like that. But no. We got the advantage somehow. And we know we're returning to the apartment earlier than, you know, we should be, probably. Jake's apartment as silently as possible, trying to surprise her. We reach the bedroom, I see something unexpected. It's been like a ton of brick at the beginning, I can't properly parse the sight. When I finally understand what I'm looking at, I cast away for terror and disgust to swell up inside my chest. What the fuck? She tries to see me, she doesn't know what to do. She's like a deer in headlights or under skull cup, probably trying to hide her misdeeds from a teacher. You're early. Yeah, I am. These are my clothes, Dakota. These are my cigarettes. That's my jewelry, that on the table. Yeah, I was, I pretty forgot my... I thought I was just being neurotic whenever I noticed something dreadfully familiar in you. I can explain. Please do explain. The 10 seconds awkward silence pass. I can see her spinning an eternity in her head. This isn't what it looks like. Oh my god, it is exactly what it looks like. I would just come out and say it. Dakota, are you seeing a white female with me? My sense now. No, come on, no. I thought I was the leech in this relationship. We watched that movie together. We made fun of Jennifer Jason Leigh together. Roommate stalking, imitating her own roommate. Haha. What a concept, right? I was being fed on a far more sinister way without even knowing it. Don't be silly. Silly? I've never even ever been this serious with you. Whenever she put on my makeup, whenever I used her as a meal, was she always hyping me up because she wanted to live vicariously through me? Many little things made sense in retrospect. The other ways you kept modulating speech after me, the widowed ways her tastes were always compatible, some of your art familiar and some familiar. No would trigger any alarms by itself, and yet, she's as humanly embarrassed as possible. Julia, listen. Don't fucking touch me. Never think of anything more repulsive than being put on a pedestal like this. It's like the other person is begging me to receive them as something worse, if not outright self-human. be like this. Just don't. You know, this would probably be infinitely more powerful if you talk to me like a person here and not like, I don't know, your fucking mommy. You know what? Fuck you. I'm locked in this apartment by myself, but because of all this pandemic shit going on. It's fucking me up. I know you have it hard right now, so I didn't want to bother you. Oh no. I can't get out because of a pandemic. You know, that's the thing. During the pandemic, there was basically two types of people. There were the ones that were constantly bitching and moaning about, oh, this quarantine sucks, I can't go do anything. And then there were the ones like us that, you know, we never got out in the first place, so it's like, oh. Well, I guess we'll just continue to sit inside by ourselves, it's fine. Well, it wasn't fine, you know. But what I mean is, we were used to, you know, basically already being quarantined. So being officially quarantined didn't have as much of an effect on us as, you know, everyone else. Yeah, I was calling you to ask about how I'm feeling, babe. How's your life balance? Aren't you feeling claustrophobic? Hey, is it just me or is our drugs fly weirdly shrinking too fast? But no, you're too much of a self-centered bitch. You're sucking me dry and it's okay because the moment I entertain the thought of taking something in return, I'm crossing a line. Oh no, I'm an immortal elite. Secret society, it's so hard to cope. Dakota, whenever I gracefully decide to visit our apartment, let's just do what I enjoy until the pain stops. Fuck you. Fuck you, shit, seriously. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you very much. There's nothing you can do but take, and you should have learned by now that just taking won't make you happy, you big dumb bitch. Stop just for better things than this. So here's the thing. We chose poorly. Cause, yeah. Overending, we got out of Dodge with Dakota. It was, in my opinion, the better ending. It probably is the better ending. Spoilers for the better ending. Yeah, we basically gave up on the investigation and we went west with Dakota. Because, yeah, it was the better ending in my opinion. But since we did things more darker and evil this time for the quote-unquote good ending, yeah, get the fuck out of here, you disgust me. Breaks down crying, she grabs the jacket and purse and runs out of the apartment. I don't try to stop her. Then there for a short while in silence. Then locked the door. Did she take her keys? I don't know. I don't know if I can. I decided for someone. No, it's not for myself. We're going to open a different world and not get locked back in mine. Now here's the problem though. You let someone who potentially knows too much about vampiric society out into society. Isn't that already a masquerade violation? Like I'm seeing up here in the corner of my screen, the whole bloodlines thing. Wait, no, it would be up here at the top of the screen. Masquerade violation. Not get a lot back in mind. Collapsed to the top bed, I smell perfume. I was light, but now it makes me slightly nauseous. Don't have to think of Dakota, I think of Kaiser. I think of Crater, I think of Cowhead. No matter what I think, if I sense doom. Your life just sealed my fate, wherever it may be. Well, yeah, we are locked into the quote-unquote good ending. Everything fucking sucks. Back into the void, back into the void, back into the void. By the way, you should have to press rest. For me, it always starts with an image. ... Which might be vaguely eerie or interesting, but usually not an image that would provoke particularly strong feelings by itself. If you hide the mystery, that much is correct. Wait, are we going to have that thing with Catherine? Because there's a thing about Catherine where she literally reveals who she is, but I think that might only be with the quote-unquote bad ending. Well, she basically reveals the whole... she's, that... Well, she reveals that she's fucking Ekaterina the Wise. You know, Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. Which is... It's interesting having that connection in this game. But I'm pretty sure... I'm not sure if the devs actually, you know, looked into that. They probably had to place that sort of connection, but still. Anyway. You should hide the mystery that much, Chris. But that mystery doesn't exist without text, or more specifically a context. Context is everything. One way or another you need to process. What'd you look at? Maybe the context will be something you've heard or overheard. Maybe altogether it's quite rare and pretty special. Be your very own creative of captivating complete interpretation. It goes to an idea. This is a half-forgotten memory of something unspeakably beautiful I will never ever see again. High sunlight. Just a scene from a movie. A fragment of a music video, an animation. Maybe this reality is the last thing Callahan ever saw in his own life. Warm sunbeams caressing his skin, turning it to ash, giant ball of fire engulfing his body in flames from 93 million miles away. Was he terrified? Was he grateful? There was no will, no suicide note. No, nothing. Instead, we're going to encounter one that the local historians will write, presumably laying out bias to shape the narrative one way or another. What am I looking at here? However laughable hall of mirrors? A creep who I never ever want to see again. Vampire much more despicable than myself. Maybe someone who loved taking care of me, and desired to be cared for in return. Well, we fucked it up, so... I think whenever I was high as a kite. Entry lost in a dimensions parallel to ours. She was my anchor, a shared history. My feelings for her were an anchor. After my coming, I returned to a strange daughter from the other side of the cosmos, from beyond the event horizon, guided by nothing but love. Then whenever I got back to planet Earth for a week or two, I was haunted by a memory of that affection. I was the best possible version of myself toward her, but that haunting always refused to transfigure into something real. What gradually took its place were angry, disappointing thoughts, and among them, one thought that I was always trying to suppress. I need someone who knows how to raise me up spiritually, but all I have is a sycophant who's always working her ass off to lift me up without understanding what I need. It's hurting us both. See what pops in my head. Hurt me, because they have ring of truth to them, but also because I knew there must be another narrative, a better narrative. I was just too stupid to find it. Story of my life, story of my own life. Well, if we think about it, I think we're basically at the ending now, practically. Which means this video is going to be entirely too short. So let's do some rambling first. So, about the whole Dakota relationship. Basically, yeah, we live this, you know, exciting vampiric life. We get to be all edgy and gothic looking. Well, Dakota basically ends up getting into a situation where she can't go to work because, you know, there's a fucking pandemic. All she could do is deal with us, and we're just constantly in bitch mode practically because, well, let's face it, being a vampire is not all it's cracked up to be. I mean, sure, you can live forever, but you also have to deal with this fucking bullshit forever. Yeah, you basically have to constantly deal with, you know, the whole Sith thing. Your superiors constantly plotting against you, while you plot against them, while they plot against you. While all openly and not knowingly plotting against each other. Cause yeah, it's just how the game is played. It's sort of not great. But anyway, I still have no idea what I think about this city. Now, as for Dakota, well, she basically wanted to live life like through us, you know? You know, like how basically, let's say you're someone who's not altogether there and you watch like a whole bunch of streams, and then you want to basically, you know, live like the life that the streamer's doing, or how like a celebrity, or stuff like that. You want to, what's that called? Ah, shit, what's it called? No, not simple. No, not simping. What's it called? Parasocial. Yeah, it's sort of like that. Well, basically, like that person's doing this. Well, I want to be like that person. I want to interact with that person's life. I want to, you know, the only problem though about parasocial thing is that doesn't actually apply here because we know each other. I mean, Dakota and Julia know each other. But basically the whole parasocial thing will basically, you know, that person though that you don't know has their own life. Like sure they're doing things online and you can watch them doing those things, but you don't know that person. They don't know you. They don't care about you. And you're trying to influence into their life. Stuff like that. Now then, apply that to this situation and basically, yeah, Dakota shouldn't know about our, you know, our going ons because the whole Vampire Masquerade thing. So she shouldn't know anything really about our life, quote unquote, like our work life compared to our other life, you know? Let's go with that. Well, no, she wants to basically be like us because we're interesting compared to her life. So she wants to basically live vicariously through us. Wants to be like us, wants to look like us, wants to, you know, be us. But at the same time, yeah, not exactly healthy. And that can get worse, especially if she starts putting on a wig that looks like ours. She starts, you know, obsessing over us. Starts collecting like our hair to make a model of us. Stuff like that. It can get very bad. But at the same time, yeah, we never really, like, yeah, let's face it. We didn't really care that much about her in the long run. Cause, quote unquote, I'm not sure if it would have been different, how much different it would have been if we, you know, I can't remember the bad ending. Besides the whole leaving with her and a few other things. So, I can't remember exactly if we actually showed concern. Cause the problem though is, yeah, unless we turn her into a girl, or embrace her, you know, there's still the fact that we will outlive her. And then we can watch her die, and then we can feel bad about that, because that's the whole vampire thing. Anyway, I had the best in the world phase. I had just a playground with a wealthy fucktards phase. Now I'm searching for a better description. One day probably stumbled upon like a piece of Writing a prestigious TV show, seeing that it would contain just that. So I look at this place with new eyes. Maybe one is like the frustrations I head back alone, so all these words constantly trailing behind reality, trapping you in useless mindsets instead of bringing enlightenment. And fuck all those flashy riders. So main concern is proving their own brand. Douchebags who present you with limited, pathetic, depressing realities. Well, they all are kings. Fuck them all to hell. We need words that will paint a brighter future before our eyes. What if that can't be done without reinterpreting the past first? What if we haven't even defined the ills and threats correctly? Once again, my thoughts return to the same visual that's been tormenting me for almost every waking moment this past week. Since this demise. For a fitting contest, a crime scene stripped of evidence, an image created by an unknown artist designed to leave you dumbfounded. Investigations over, all possible avenues explored. All the non-testimonies are in, no concrete evidence found, the play is almost complete, the actress ready to leave the stage. It is what it is. I mean, basically everyone plotted against him, but we don't really know who pulled the trigger directly. We know they all were going to kill him, we just don't know which one actually did. I failed as a detective, maybe through no fault of my own, but again, it is what it is. This case, this scene. The picture never needed an investigator, from what I understand all the people in charge there were. One was a talented writer. What if a ghost of my idea? When I wake up to go to Stone Hill? I don't know how to feel about that, so I just don't. Red hasn't left me a message by the door. Still that mad, huh? Probably appear to the court to take me off the case. And if half of the court Kaiser is found correct, she had much trouble convincing everyone. Dot. Feel the mirror instead of my warped non-reflection. This place is upsetting. You need to change the scenery, girl. Well, let's go down to Big Beat. Oh no, I can't because the depressing streets of a lockdown New York City would do. Cause I can't cause quarantine. Thank God, maybe that's why I have consciously picked the cathedral as my destination. Think the Silver Cross to join my chest an empty signify. Whenever someone asks me why I wear it, hear a different story. Think of these silvers that keep spying from the corner of my eye. No, I don't even want to imagine what that means. I feel what it means, and it makes me nauseous enough. Think of my clan so closely tied to the Catholic Church. It's a loveless marriage, so to speak, like for example the one between my parents. Think about the great irony of the Emperor's truce with the Holy See. We are the only ones who stay so close to the Lord's light, even though we were certain we would never ever reach it. Showers have visions of comets who departed this world recently, traveling through some abstract space, one that's disturbing and astonishing in equal measures. They must reach whatever afterlife there is for a kind, but I think it can be kind of consumed by a dark, monstrous silhouette. The rumors are Antediluvian wasn't stopped by his final death. He's still out there behind the shadows, taking revenge for a patricide, feeding on us like Saturn, devouring his children. Oh yeah, by the way, Antediluvians. The forebears of every kindred belong to the 13th vampire clans. These vicious bastards of the third generation created the world as we know it, and some features of blood are said to have originated with them. Thanks for calling me out on the internet, you Mesopotamian dickweed. Well, I'd say if I didn't have a premonition we might see each other again someday, somehow. The Chagor said it might not be factual. But it is emotional truth from joining the camera to panicking, scrambling for any safe houses like others are solely motivated by fear. Sins are forward to catching up with them. And it's young kid like me who are given responsibility to clean up the mess with the constant sense of doom looming over the horizon. We don't talk about salvation more, we are just minimizing the impact of damnation. That's no way to live, but then again maybe that's why they call it on life. Shit, it's been annoyed. Great, fuck. Hello there, lost sheep. I'll have you know the shepherd was extraordinarily patient and waiting for you. What are you doing here with the night? You're so young. Out for blood? Well, your luck. This place offers both the body and blood. Insurance throwing them efforts from pickup bars, they would all be like this guy. Not in the mood, you sorry ass bum. Step the fuck away from me or you're gonna be sorry. Oh my, something troubling you? If so, I can arrange a confession. Or if you're in a hurry, keep in mind. The path from Minder to Tormor begins with a friendly air, and I've got one right here. Korwa Jabani Tuaja. Want me to fuck you up, don't you? Don't you? Juliet, you should know by now. I always interpret this kind of response in preaching the demise the devil stirring inside. That way, Juliet? The lie and the far for a lie's gotta hurt your soul. So give me a second, even the smallest one, I'll do my best to spot. Something. Throws up in silence as I recognize the pair, and the handbrake just broken. I'm definitely not on level ground. Fuck, here we go. Listen, I've had enough, alright? Enough. Enough of your sanctimonious attitude. Enough of your brazen lack of basic empathy. Enough of your dumb, ugly fucking mug. Your fucking singularity of stupidity, tastelessness, and cringe. Met all sorts of horrible shitheads and assheads this week, and somehow none of them got under my skin the way you do, you motherfucker. Like a goddamn Jehovah's Witness. Going from door to door, except you're always knocking my fucking skull going, hey, do you know God exists? Have you heard that God exists? Like, hold on, hold it right there. Never say that God exists. And we just stopped. What? I said, what makes you think I believe God exists? Oh, now you're just fucking with me. No, I'm serious. Well, you sound serious at least. I'm actually speechless. I think there's been some sort of silly misunderstanding that desperately needs to be cleared up. Oh, I'm all ears. I sure hope so. Joe, I feel like you might have ignored half of what I've been saying if you reach these conclusions. Well, that's very well possible. Actually, it usually takes 15 seconds out of him trying to get me completely zoned out. Better to avoid any further from that subject, go back to the beginning and explain the core of my religious beliefs, okay? So, I love the Catholic imagery, I cherish the tradition. And lore, I adore the practices, the intricacy of the theology, the messages contained in the Bible, of course I do. Does that mean I believe that one day I will see the big dad in the sky? And forgive me, Lord, but I don't think so. Doesn't sound very likely, especially for a bloodthirsty creature of the night. So that's what this is about, fun imagery? That's very simplified, but yes, I suppose you could say that. Motherfucker, you ain't no Catholic. You're just a weirdo cosplayer, says a non-practitioner who stirs across. Yeah, but I don't trip down people's throats for fun in my spare time. Simply trying to show me the joys religion has brought to my own life with others. What joys? What are so when there are so many? The joy of having plain understanding rules to follow. The joy of having a structure to your life. The joy of always knowing where to find people who share your values. But of course, the joy of being aristocracy. I can't say that word properly. Aristocracy. You know, word. Surrounding oneself with exquisite, luxurious architecture, beautiful classical music, ornate rituals, normalizing actions and relationships. Pursue a virtue separating you from the masters, the hierarchies, the communities, all serving an idea greater than themselves. It's like monarchy or some camera to additions, but not as gosh. So that's what this was. You saw pretty paintings. And feelings, I thought, hell yeah, I want it. And then you just decide what they mean to you. Well, don't get me wrong, it's your faith that brought me to the Pope, but I've been trying to wear down this religion to its core, to what interests me. Unbelievable. But I don't think for a second I was aiming for that when I was trying to convert you. You're the embodiment of existential despair. Surrounding us, the one that people usually try to drown out with drugs, sets, work, Netflix, pick a poison, all of them temporary copes. Yeah, the point, Val. Empty yourself, carry your ego, carry routine, join a community, ground your morality in something tangible, start perceiving yourself as a part of something greater. Or codifies by itself by codified in an appearing upworldly asset. One that keeps the beast at bay, one you're almost fitting into the way you are. What's there to hate? That beast, by the way. A bottomless pit of savagery and hunger, always under the surface, begging me to lose control. All vampires have it, some worse than others. And it comes in many flavors. I don't know what would happen if I gave in to this urge, but somehow I doubt I'd like it. Well, haven't we sort of? When we started attacking Kaiser? Because, you know, our humanity's probably not that great. Believe me, you're a goddamn lunatic. Look to the sky. Well, forgive them, they know not what they do. Stop that, your entire ideology is just aesthetics, you fucking loon. How say do I differ from anyone else nowadays in this regard? Stop arguing semantics. No, you stop. Just look at yourself, a privileged burnout who refuses to invest yourself in anything. Only start committing to anything when... For once in your long life you were forced to politically charged dangerous task. Once it's over you'll be back to being an aimless brat. Desire to murder increases. Since World War II I've been watching every person, every idea I cared about waver in despair. That's the source of my pain. That's the reason I am who I am. Source of your pain? Then it finds you. People have been mean to you. Fuck off, people in third world countries keep their heads high were suffering from every sort of horror, but you have a complete mental breakdown every time you remember you have mommy issues. Wow, classy. Around like you have the high ground here. You oblivious sadist. All I'm saying is everyone has a different framework, a different lens to feel they're suffering through. Yes, but there's one thing about your humanity should have shown you is that kind frameworks are not enough petty vendettas. Petty vendettas, charged romances, pointless power chores, the dumb gamble that's chasing a successful crew. Mom and daddy issues, sure, why not? Pain and pleasure did take everything. Everyone wants something bigger than this. They don't want to escape from this drudgery. They want psychedelia. They want, but permanent. They want to stare at God's face even if he does not exist. Pretty sure if you stared at his face, you'd probably go blind. You know, that whole burning light thing described in the Bible. And you can show them how. Accept the cross you're wearing into your heart, Julia. Accept it. Creepy fucker. Just accept it. Alright, that'll be enough then, alright. Mood changes in to the side of the power limit takes us both but back. Oh, what are you doing here so early? You were arguing so loud I had to come out and check. Even with all the panic on TV these days, simply walking outside here is like marching into a war zone. Yeah, I'm sorry. You should have as well, you turn blind eye to your quirks. Because I believe you have your heart in the right place, mostly, but I'm very disappointed in the way you approach folks in need. Right now, Benoit's cigar is displaying all the competence of a skilled teacher's favorite. We're just trying to guide her down the right path. I know, Benoit, I know. That's the problem. Scarcity is open. Please head there right now. We need to have a long talk. Get me some coffee if you wish. But, Benoit slowly sneaks away looking defeated. Deflated to base, I burn the moment to my retinas, etch into my soul. Kind of hope I'm able to see him again. This is how I remember him. Let me watch this one closely until just the first sight that turns to me. I feel sorry for him. I keep hoping he might find some basic empathy, but all I've done thus far is let him leave you at the end of your tether. Yeah, that's unfair if he has. Are you okay with all the bullshit he's throwing? Huh, I don't sadly support, but I don't reject it. It's like attrition and contrition. Imperfect and imperfect repentance, you know. One focus on a relationship with God, the other selfish and focus on personal gain, but both of them work. Which doesn't strike you as completely missing the point? They have purely secular taste on Christ's teachings are nothing new. Pascal's wager is a boring example, but have you by chance read Gavcock? Gavkovs. Bulakakovs. The Master and Margarita. She went back in Poland after 18. Trying to look into literature online, love to repeat that joke about the talking cat who's supposed to pour vodka for a lady because women deserve pure alcohol. No one to take away from the novel, I suppose. There's a movement depiction of Christ who's not a divine being. Stripped of mythic qualities but open for transcendence, she sensation understood as powerful forces battling within us. I have to read it again, it's been too long. Sounds nice though. Church relation take out and over smoke. Later watching me closer for speaking up again. Juria. For now there's going to be a meeting in the Elysium. The big final of Celebration of Power, everyone will be there, but they were counting on you not to show up. You could show plans to present the results of an investigation in your stead. It's a simple, crude strategy, might work, but basically countered with an outrageous tactic. Take it as you will. The game is about to end. Well, that's... You just broke the fourth wall, though. The game is about to end. Oh, Terran left Empire. All I can muster is an eloquent. Oh, don't ask me, I'm just a messenger. Who relayed this message to you, then? Good friend. A cautious friend. Won't be able to tell you more than that, even if you force me to. Oh, shit. The moment that I might decide the rest of my days. What would you do in my place, Valper? When I was faced with a dilemma that would shape the rest of my life, the world felt too big and scary and impossible to understand, so I simply escaped from that choice into the seminary. Yeah, if that's what I do, confess, I'm going to have to ask you to shove it. Expect nothing less. Don't you regret? Regret what? Kinda shady, but... You don't seem like a bad guy. So you have to accept the people above you are responsible for some horrible things. For superiors, acts count as our own sins, then on the face of it, probably half the people in this world are irredeemable. Now that's some good fucking writing right there. If for superiors, acts count as our own sins, then on the face of it, probably half the people in this world are irredeemable. That's fucking believable. Cause yeah. Clever but not real answer. Being a low-level grunt for assholes you find wholly objectionable is no way to live. I don't know, is it? Finishes smoke in silence. Well, I have to go. I don't know if and when we'll see each other again. When that happens, probably won't be the same old me. Of course, before I leave to go Bennett, let me say one more thing. Yeah? These are difficult times. When parishioners keep calling me, the things people are going through, they might never admit. If this keeps up, it will cause horrifying and physical damage to this nation. Dreadful darkness is killing us all, little by little. And like every powerful evil manifests itself little by little. And yet, sinful as it may be, I confess to being strangely excited for a moment or seeing the suffocating normal disappear. This is the time to dream a new world is possible. Walk these empty streets, Joe. Remember how the city feels right now, basking in showers and uncertainties, and after the apocalypse comes the great rebirth. The Amnesty not just awaits your next report with great curiosity. Give her a nod and I sprint away. Now I know what I must do. Hey Moon, my long constant companion. Hi Moon. There it is. I moved here for good from, you know, the old country. You were the only close friend who kept me company. Never found the right place back though, and never felt in the right place here, especially now when I'm not quite alive, not quite dead. Not that Slavic, not that American. Slavic. But maybe it's about time I finally carve out some space for myself. It's been a long road, hasn't it? Wish me luck. Catch him in front of the auto because, of course, he had to be the first person I met though. No way. No, no, no. I'm gonna be the laughingstock of the entire city if I don't show up to the resolution of my own investigation. How about you demonstrate a modicum of courtesy? Of course, go, I should put you on trial. I can't guarantee I eventually won't. You mess with Kaiser. The eminence rise of the city, beating him to a pulp like a random goon. He will do everything he can to destroy you from now on. My bet is he'll succeed. Whatever will be, will be. For now, at the very least, I'd like to show the court I'm not a baby fledgling who can't see a task she was given to the end. Make a huge mistake. How did you even learn of this meeting in the first place? This meeting is happening in the first place. Maybe not as trash an investigator as you thought it was. Maybe we just got lucky. I never said we were showing it. It's not a fair assessment. I wanted to finish this whole mess myself for your own good. Be nice if you ask what I think next time. Actually pissed off you tried to pull this without me. We're not letting it show, counting on being able to guilt trip him into submission. Deep side of presentation proves that my tactic was successful. Fine, but you will stay quiet the whole time. No tricks, ifs, or buts. But of course. This way, we step into the maw of the gallery. Celebrations of power almost over. Everyone is back to the usual. Wait, here's one thing that bothers me, right? So remember what back when we were in the D'Angelo investigation? Didn't we pick up a whole bunch of paperwork from his safe that we haven't ever even looked at? Like, we picked up a whole bunch of paperwork that could be incriminating, could be useful information, stuff that we should have read over, we haven't even looked at. Anyway, the separation power almost over. Everyone's back to their usual respective styles again. Adjust my headset, because it's never in the right fucking place. The usual respective styles again, looking wary of each other's company, trapped in their own little worlds. The hall is nearly empty now. Crater has been gently strong-arming the last remaining nobody's until leaving the premises, eventually allowing me and a slap-show New York camera VIP to remain. Ah, Mr. Winsky, you barely made it, huh? Asked her with a glued on smile. Spots me first, and he's just as essentially enthused to see me as ever, so he finally showed his face around him. I wasn't sure if you joined us tonight. Crater made this meeting sound like a one-man show. Reverend took me a bit longer than I thought they would. I apologize. Are you by chance planning to surprise us for something? Well, if I was planning something, it wouldn't be a surprise if I told you now, would it? Can I have everyone's attention, please? We're about to begin. Everyone remained in the building campus around Crater. Ah, it's exciting. Oh, hi, you. Is everyone present? ... Present. And accounted for. My prince. Just before we begin, let me welcome, usual guest to our vote. She gestured toward a corner from behind which emerged a silhouette that would have never ever appeared under normal circumstances. Oh. Hi, Torg. Name's Torg. I'm the Baron of the Bronze. I was delegated here by my compatriots as an oversight authority. I'm here to observe the results of the investigation. Nothing more, nothing less. Let me stress this one last time. This is a one-time occurrence meant to alleviate the tensions in the city, not a simple mutual recognition, not in the slightest. Peek at Aston's face to get a feel for how a hardline lawyers might grapple with his arrangement. His expression betrays no surprise, only a slight discomfort. But even he is fine with it. Prince must have been extremely convincing about the necessity of a temporary truce. Or about some Lavian tactic she's got ready up her sleeve, who knows? Of course, we might have irreconcilable differences, but there are times they have to be temporarily put aside in order to quell unrest and open paths for constructive, meaningful change. You would like to voice their concerns? The time is now. Torquatoria had no strange glances, normally I consider an innocent gesture. And what I know, I roll my eyes. A stick or care, Torg? What made you break and sell your compatriots? How much do you really know? Not Crater? May I? Steps to the middle of the room and closed his throat theatrically. First, let me plainly state that the conclusion I'm going to present is by no means my own achievement. It's the result of a tireless investigation conducted by a talented kindred I won't name Hill. Taking a glance at torch direction and search of this search and explanation for why we appear to call them by their names. And of course, Julia Sawinski. Who seeks this groundwork over the past few nights serves as the foundation for the findings that are about to be revealed here. Thank you, Julia. The first time he sets out to oversell my achievements. The sheriff my role here is mostly representative. Spent the last few days overseeing the celebrations and at least and making sure no harm would befall anyone present. Luckily, none did. Well, it looks like the prince's decision to move forward with that event was the correct one. That we should send our thanks to Quador, and let us not overlook our guests to a degree. Magic against my key allies that diplomatic action is the only way forward in this case. No matter how wrong-headed the enemy can be, we still need avenues to negotiate and communicate. Here's how Tamika would react to him looking at it. Like a corporate bastard to design the future order, dismissing potential for change that lies in unrest. No wonder she dumped him. Like, powers the empty plastic trays and like ready to move on. I don't have like all night for this. Right, I'll be concise. Douglas Boss Callahan's remains were found in his office by one of his ghouls first thing in the evening. The first came to confirm it was another anarch bound toward Present Hill. Mystery Burkhoff will refer to circumstance of Callahan's death as the classic closed room mystery. The metal door locked from the inside served as the sole way in. There was no murder weapon, no useful testimonies, and the evidence was, how do I put it, very circumstantial at best. What was that for us was... Well, this is interesting, this thing deal. Just have everyone standing around here. Try to parse who everyone is. Why are we down now? What was left for us was one hell of a puzzle. One where the answer couldn't even be approached using the tried and tested question pro bono. Kavana. Anyway, we were presented with a poorly timed power-up for a tense situation where a long panel and celebration was in danger. So all of us were faced with an uncertain future. Everybody benefited, yet nobody did. No one suspects Kavana Callahan, but it's not like anyone seemed particularly keen on removing him from the equation, especially at this time. For a moment we were sure this was the beginning of offensive on the For a moment we were sure this was the beginning of an offensive on the part of the Camarilla. We started wondering just how violent retaliation should be. And as for us, we were commonly convinced that the Anarchs were applied to blame less for their own internal power struggles. Tense situation resolved only thanks to skillful and swift diplomacy. Do I say yet another victory for our talented prince? She made sure to summon all the contacts Callahan might have had in his last days. In both sets, her efforts were tireless. I rarely misguided. She said to spare at least one by Martenti. I'm always probably just covering his ass. But it's also... as it might have been, they only served to muddle the possibilities, not explain them. Callahan had a lot of enemies, but they were the most inferior and kind of enemies one can have, folks who barely ever thought of him anymore. In other words, no one really had a particular interest in getting rid of him because they could always simply work their way around him. Just before last Christmas, he even witnessed the first ever successful first-light raid against his extremely profitable blood trade supply lines. A lone ace up his sleeve, but downright shady ability to perfectly maneuver around all SI activities gone. Callahan's decline was apparent to all, and a domino effect made his empire slowly crumble. Until recently he's done an admirable job keeping up at the times and getting away with murder, but suddenly all of the prison spotlights were on him. Recent stories we hear about him already put a depressed, downright manic recluse, lashing out at everyone, struggling out of trying to fit into the new reality he found himself in. Closed room, no evidence of struggle. A lack of strong YA don'ts, the corpse being found in the very early evening hours. The conclusion is simple. Karen's final death was self-inflicted, suicide, to put it in simple terms. Silences filled the room. So, wow, that really is the angle they'll be pushing, isn't it? That's it, Sheriff. Watch Flame was an independent detective who first sent me onto this theory only last night. There's no suicide note. Of course, but the message our recently departed has sent might not have necessarily been a verbal one. The peculiar thing was the position of the body. It was like an arrow pointing at us to know something. Appears to be the last thing. Here's the last thing Kara hadn't saw in his own life was a portrait of one Lord Castlereagh. The second marker has the Londonderry, which is conventional with how Howard was born. The motive is reviled traitor, heartless oppressor of all dissent, the main threat against each rebellion the Irish have gone through. Successful in all ways but those that matter to it. In all ways but those that matter to his people. Some common tragic fear holding together several hours against the common thread, always fighting for painful and unpopular compromises, ruined by overwork, sickness, and poor public speaking skills. Not hard to see why Douglas Callahan would empathize. Polite snuckers. Indeed, especially when you realize that the sickness in his blood, his fears, the hatred from his own people, and growing paranoia led him to commit a dramatic suicide within his own four walls. Ah, I see. Sometimes instead of stabbing himself to death with a knife or pen, he decided to let the sun embrace him in its warmth, Castlereagh's face burning into his eyes, a poetic final death. Not a close we might have wanted, probably the best explanation of its motivation that we're going to get. Does everyone follow? Silence fills the room, no one speaks up except Prince Panhard. And to me it's all perfectly understandable, agreeable, and most importantly it fits the man I've come to understand over the last few decades. Consistent murmurs spread tonight through the room. Agreed, and might I add, there were some irregularities in the handling of the crime scene. Bannock Leader's findings suggest that Callahan's pretty sinful rules were to blame. Folks have been real happy to see him dead. That's all I'm saying, and they went overboard with the celebration. They've all been interrogated, though. There was all resulting intel. And it's done nothing to change my mind, though, depending on Callahan's state of mind, or he served to support the suicide theory. It's my suggestion that we all announce these findings to our respective communities first thing tomorrow night. Sounds reasonable. I think that concludes this meeting. I'll let the keeper of the Elysium do the honors. No time wasted, huh? Right, does everyone have anything to add? Any questions asked? Take your time. Silence. Look, everyone just staying in our perfect agreement. Congrats, everyone. Congrats, us. We've achieved a perfect victory. No loose ends, no rocking the boat, no nothing. Makes you want to puke. How many of them contributed to this final report? How strongly does Crater believe the shit running from his mouth? He's always been a camera lawyer, a fanatic even, but is jury any final statements? Well, this is it. Now or never. If anyone can blow this pathetic charade wide open, it's me. Well, we did choose this ending, so there's no coming back from this road, and it has a cost. It's all my life and non-life and social climbing, and the sunken cost of velocities kicking and challenging them here might be my only way to ever making out of the pit I'm in. Although maybe this is time to head into the unknown. So here's the thing. Doesn't it seem like they're adding for you to make a choice still? Maybe this is my time to head into the unknown, kill my ego, at least temporarily, shut up the voice of the elders screaming in my head, betray my little somber instincts, make all these ghosts go away and figure out something new, no matter how scary it might be. Do I tell? Maybe I don't. I feel like that was an incredible prize for everyone waiting right in front of me. If I just dare to take out the revolver with a single bullet I've hidden on me. And if I ever in here for a crazy game of Russian roulette. If I ever get this foreboding gangster movie feeling. Like this is the scene where the future mobster would have gotten out, but he didn't. Then did Callahan think all the splendor of this going nowhere was worth this pathetic end? Like there are two souls battling with dominance inside me. One of them has to die, the other gets to live. Well, we know the choices we've made. Loyal only to myself, glass half empty. The abuse of power would never hurt anyone. You can't be right or not lie. The ends justify the means. Ours is the flip of the coin. Is it though? I don't think it is. Cause that would, cause honestly, it would sort of betray the game if basically, oh, so none of those choices you really matter to affect your traits really matter. If we just gave you basically the fact that, oh hey, by the way, you just get to choose the ending. No. We made all these choices to lead up to one ending. Sadly. Because we'd have to go back and do everything over again to make the other choices for the other ending. We don't get a choice on just, and then you choose the ending. No. We had to make all these decisions leading up to this point. So you're not going to be able to prepare this with just a flip of the coin. Then all the kindred I've met, lessons I've learned, the choice I made over these past few nights to make a decision. We reflect on the traits we've gained. And then, feeling like I'm simply following the way I can conduct this investigation to its logical conclusion, I'll respond. So here's the thing. If we chose the other ending, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have responded. We'd just say, nope. But since we chose this ending, actually I do. Like the piece itself is. Flash in Quader's eye for a brief moment. No, you don't. But I do. Mr. Winsky, don't make a scene. Believe me, every one of you really, every one of you will really regret if they don't listen to what I have to say. Oh, will we now? Oh, absolutely. Stand up and sit right in front of Crater. Don't get me wrong, Crater has done a spectacular job of selling you a ready-made narrative to package and export to the outside world, herald to the shelf and all that. Was this their show really necessary? Did you ever really need to hype up each other? Hype each other up to believe this fairy tale? What are you getting at, little girl? Easy for now, my prince. Tell me all you want, so I'm going to make this. Make it all the sweet when this little girl kicks your ass. Getting at the fact that there was a different, more reasonable theory that explains everything. Everything to a T. Well, that's great for you, sweetheart, but do I really need to stay here and listen to it? Like, do I really need to stay here and listen to it? Door's right there, but on the off chance. You can play it in something tonight. Don't you want a chance to defend yourself? And what are the chances of me being implemented in anything tonight? I'm pretty sure a lot in this room are asking themselves the same question. Right now. In each case, my answer is the same. You won't find out unless you stay right where you are. She stays. Right, where was I? Let's assume that the cause of... Boss Callahan's death really was suicide, or a man said, fuck everything. Open the window shutters at the break of dawn, take care of all his problems. Let's assume they really meant to send a message. Using that portrait of Lord Castlereach. It's not what you meant, but sure, let's go with it. But it's commonly understood that Castlereach was punished into taking his own life as a result of a conspiracy against him, and need to say his biggest fan wouldn't miss that detail. According to historians, the man's last words. Imply that some powerful people forced him into faced him with a choice. Denunciation or death, which for an ambitious politician is not a choice at all. They were claiming that Callahan. That was a hint. It's a troubling hint, don't you think? What are you? No, we're not doing conspiracy theories, though. Of course not. I mean, conspiracy theory backed by the elites is no longer cloud search, it's propaganda. Is there a point to the show you're putting on, Miss Lewinsky, other than digging yourself a deeper and deeper metaphorical hole? Oh, Miss Ocho, you're still trying to tell yourself. It's me who's in trouble, not you. That's adorable. Listen, you. No, you listen. Reason shot, definitely not used to resistance. I don't blame you for peddling propaganda. You're politicians, that's what you do. I'm just laughing at you for coming up with the shitty, poorly conceived propaganda. Someone stop her or Miss Anderson pay. You know, the architect behind the local Camarero's current speech is the general political narrative. Be honest, does this shit show really meet your standards? Staring at each other's eyes, tumbling and slowly filling each other out. Eventually, with a barely audible he whispers to his servant. How do I put this? I'm always open to a better pitch. That's all I want to hear. I'll ask you for hours of patience. That I can spell. Oh, for goodness sake, Anderson, come on, man. You can't possibly... Silence. I said what I said. Now let her talk. Thank you. I'm trying to have fun with this, or more like I'm feeling that weird rush. Remind me of the first time I managed to ride a bike. The important thing is to keep up the momentum. Focus on pedaling hard, don't even think of falling. I thought you had it all figured out, didn't you? An improperly handled murder scene and disposed to investigate force to blindly stumble around, hopelessly chasing loose ends. The only problem is that tonight I realized I was using the wrong tools all along. Instead of a loose magnifying glass, I only need a journalist pen. I sat down tonight and wrote my first article in almost a year. 2 hours of ceaseless writing, creative juices flowing the entire time. Everything miraculously falling into place. Frankly, I think it's my masterpiece. You carry away jumping out on one of the benches. We jump on a bench, even. Oh, snap. Well, now we're being impressive, aren't we? Want to hear the contents? I know you're all trying to hear the contents. Okay, let's hear the contents. Ice and Sturbridge. High reaching the Chantry of the Five Boroughs, violently slaying with her student after she discovered plans for horrifying experiments with blood magic. Target Baron Callahan. Said student conveniently missing. We've got an exclusive source to you. Agathon the Warlord's personal diary at stretch if you know about it. Trying to hide that she's nervous, but she's practically shaking. I should be the one shaking. I'm piercing together a little. So I didn't try to have gluing it together into something coherent with educated assumptions and pure conjecture. At least I'm very sure she recognized me as a threat now. Just what I was hoping for. That's just the... That separates the truth that Torque the brave Anarch Baron primed to be the next de facto leader to set in New York City might have been manipulating his entire faction to secure the position. This appeasement candidate convinces key hours after the revolution is not an option at the moment, appearing a reasonable alternative to its bloodthirsty rivals. Jason Ho is a strangely efficient ability to establish and implement challenge with the Camarero, which he then used against service of a small concession from the New York City court. Could be that Prince Panhard never realized that her long-time collaborator Baron Callahan was just an undesirable asset, but a different, more 2000 trained candidate to be the leader of the Anarchs. That's just read all about it. This one's not shaking, she's just angry. And this one just seems confused. And what about the fact that Torg, Helene Panhard, Thomas Arturo, Carter van der Weyden, and Isaac Sturbridge were all summoned to Callahan's office right before his death? Could be that the so-called boss employed some fire desperate measures to stop his downward spiral into irrelevance, at which point a rush plan to bring on his demise was executed? Could be the Kaiser, the legendary New York City intel broker? striking dealers left and right with both the camera and the N-Nords, wiretap Callahan's office to eavesdrop on those negotiations. Extra, read all about it. Got the atmosphere here for Nightpin, so only getting worse. Okay, not going to lie, I sort of like this ending. It's not as good as, you know, and then we just left, cause fuck this politicking bullshit Sith organization shit. This time we're just ratting out everyone, and I'm sort of all here for it. For them at least I feel better than I felt better than I felt in years. That nobody is protesting probably means I'm hitting the nail on the head. Could be that if for the entire 21st century the conflict between the New York City Cameroon and Anarchs was a sham, or if the Second Inquisition's operations. This year we consulted with the leaders of the two sets. How deep does the raw corruption go? What about Sophie Langley's disputes? Attempts on the lives of would-be members of a coterie she attempted to step alongside her ward last year. Could all of these things be connected? That's just the tip of the iceberg. Stay tuned, dear readers. Every silence befalls the room. When it becomes too overbearing, Crater breaks by hawking loudly. His poker face is indecipherable. And where, pray tell, can one read all about tomorrow? 10 different places. Among them, of course, are a report received by clanless Ombra's elders in Chicago. Constant intrusive replies. I do know some facts, I did write something. But all in all, it's a confidence grift, plain and simple. So basically, we didn't actually send it out, but we know of it. Have you sent it out already? No, and fellow lender is not the channel I used to reach Chicago, in case you were wondering where I took every possible precaution, the way you taught me. I know this hurts if I can't show a single weakness right now. Oh, this is ridiculous. She's probably bluffing. No, she knows, Thomas. I think, how can you be certain? I just am. I probably just said my ass. Thank you, Agathon, I guess. If I was bluffing, it's all about the optics. You know, when I special investigator, then the moment she presents her findings, you do what? Subjugate her? Get rid of her? How do you get out of this? Okay, you gave me that role at that time because you count on me to remain the same shitty useless nobody I ever was since I started working with the court. If I how that works, isn't it? A week ago, nobody would give a shit about what I have to say. Now I'm a great threat to this entire Illuminati New World Order arrangement you've got going on. I still maintain you cannot possibly know and prove all the claims you've listed. There's no way I know. I checked. First off, stop bullshitting. You know that for sure. Stop bullshitting. You don't know that for sure. Secondly, you have to write, so what? I've got leverage now. Because of my journalism past, you gave me a detective title. There wasn't worth a rat's ass in doing detective work, but ironically it gave me the opportunity to do the best reporting I've ever done. It doesn't even matter if it contains more facts than your official narrative. And you know why? Because the story often makes infinitely more sense. Morally, emotionally, metaphysically. However you name it, it's far harder commodity than the low rent bullshit you peddle. People nowadays buy into barely coherent crap like 5G and QAnon. Once they get hold of my perfectly logical story and see you don't really have anything to counter it, you'll be fucked. Hell, the fact none of you have denied any of my allegations yet speaks volumes, doesn't it? Well, he's been trying to deny it, but yeah. French is absolutely fierce that she's not in charge. Fiercely scrambling to figure out some counter-offensive. Why would anyone listen to you? You made that story of yours sound so completely unrespectable, like tabloid garbage. That tabloid will be fine. Just means we'll reach more folks. What? What do you want? Oh, now we're talking. Now we're playing 2 or row. A primitive position for clanless Emperor. And now we're privileged befitting the title. We can negotiate the details, but a nice apartment in downtown is a must. Dreaming big, are we? What could you even bring to the photo's primogen? Turn away from her to speak to the manager. Mr. Payne? Yes? We see we've all found ourselves in quite a mess, though. Indeed, to say the least. If I find his way out, will you form a professional relationship with me and back the decision to any primogen? The thick in the wheelchair lets her a sarcastic laugh. Sound like the final wheezer of a dying man. You really are swinging for the fences, aren't you, child? I'm not suicidal most of the time, at least. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have my sights set sky high. I understand, so how do you propose we solve this little predicament? Oh, easy. We get the master's name for bear story in the one I just suggested, one that benefits nearly all the parties in this room. Alright then, thanks to your matsu, you secured yourself my tentative support, child. Let's hear it. Thank you very much. Okay then. Your investigation uncovered some interesting intel about a certain individual. Praise be to carriage of the abandoned limousine. That image would definitely prefer. His behind-the-scenes details remain unknown. For the last 20 years, he's been on and off mediator between the different parties in the city. He prides himself on his diplomatic skills. Interesting enough, though, one of his main motivations was selling intel about both the camera and the anode to any party that might be interested. Usually that meant Kaiser. With a reasonable degree of certainty, he can be held responsible for a few recent failed camera operations that weakened Helene Panhart's position. He dreams of being a prince, you see. You can already see him awkwardly shifting his weight. Recently obtained control for an IT company called Double Spiral, which he uses to influence New York City kind in ways that further his agenda and weakens political enemies. He also operates the most powerful law firm in the city. He uses both of these tools so that he can manipulate the mortals to slowly tighten use around anarch leaders and court members who he wants gone. Talking of course about Carter Van der Weyden, and his first second all eyes in the room were set upon him. People, whatever she throws at me, I'm sure I can explain. So if I were to go to Kaiser's name off the bench. Are you sure? Because there was a hell of a lot to explain. Ever since Sir picks up the parcel, his master can browse through it. That's not enough. I'm sure Double Spiral will be happy to deliver us more. So, all the things you said overnight were steaming pile of bullshit, Carter? Anderson, we are friends. That was good explanation for every single thing that is listed there. I swear on my father's grave. Even if there is, I doubt you can justify allowing a girl who's little more than a fledgling ripping your credibility to shreds in a matter of seconds. Prove yourself as something infinitely worse than a traitor, Carter. You're a weak traitor. Thomas, Helene, don't you even dare speak to me, you bastard. That was the last element of my strategy. Hope they won't throw any curveballs my way, because from now on it's pure improvisation. But what about those fucking files we got from, you know, Callahan's place? What about those files? Like, we bring up this file that we got from the limo, but what about the ones that were in Callahan's safe? Was that just a red herring? It's starting to feel like that was just a fucking red herring. You know? Oh yeah, we opened a safe and we got all these files from it. And we just, we took them, but we didn't use them. We didn't look at them. We didn't anything. So it bothers me a bit. Just 2 minutes ago, I was the number one enemy of everyone in this room. Now, I'm the unsuspected ally. We have a common foe that some people in this room have wanted to nail since forever. Besides, we call ourselves the appropriate scapegoat. Pin everything on, show you difference between both sets, all the real conspiracy theories involved in, and possibly perfect glitz in history. The shrouded road accompanying his fall will be enough to keep some kindred in the city happy for years. She's going to make it look. I assume it is typically reserved for a future strangling victim. You can't do this to me. And why is that? You are incompetent. Wow. That's the best you can do? Seriously? Raider? Yes, my prince? Seize him. No, I beg you, just no. Come with me without struggle. Or torpor as usual. It's 3 strikes for me, then you're gone. No. Dodge a lap of person minimal resistance. Ray drives him out of the room, and that's the last I ever see of him. The good man everyone just stands there, confused. Now just begins to clap. Bravo, Mr. Winsky. I haven't seen such an adventurous power play in years. Maybe your generation is not all lost after all. Does that mean I can count on your support? Of course, as far as I'm concerned, you're the kind of ruthless primogen the city needs, especially now when one seat would probably be made vacant. Oh god, there's no more male caping primogen that's been replaced with Lysombra. So what'd you say, my prince? And recalls later when she hears me referred to in such an official manner. My relationship with Addison is a decades-long conflict. By now I know which hills I'm willing to die on. This is not one of them. Rejoice, girl, you're going to get what you want, as well as deserved. Joe, we do have one important condition, though. Of course you do. Mr. Payne, as I'm sure you'll agree, being in Primogen's important representative position demands nothing but a display of impeccable respect for the masquerade and the traditions. Of course. My concern that it wouldn't be proper for us to be represented by someone who openly violated the rules of kindred society. Of course, they won't do it all. They'd have to openly renounce their old ways, or at the very least. Well, I sure saw this one coming. Oop. Sure saw this one coming. And that's why I preferred the bad ending. Because, reminder, the bad ending, we didn't present any of our facts to them. We basically let them deal with it, except that as a suicide. Then we left the city with Dakota and headed west. It was good. Yet being the bad ending, it was still good. This, yeah, I sure saw this one coming. Indeed, I think that in the case of Miss Lewinsky, who has lived with a mortal under a single roof for a long time, the best course of action would be to renounce her and give her up to our sheriff. That kind of gesture would prove the new Primogen's dedication to the court beyond any reasonable doubt. Yes, I definitely agree. Her ambition and pride are admirable, but it would be prudent of us to demand a display of humility as well. Sadistic fucks. My thoughts is that light. Well then, your answer, miss? Heh. What's so funny, Miss Lewinsky? Seeing your eyes with her, you knife roll. You think you're so goddamn clever. You think I would have gotten this far if I didn't think it all through? Hi, Dakota. This is gonna suck, isn't it? So one response. I agree, do what you must. Well, there you go. It's just like, what? Remember that thing about severing your past and all that? Mm-hmm. If we want to play in the big leagues, we have to play by the big leagues rules. Which is why this isn't, it's why this isn't really a good ending, in my opinion. Like, sure, we gotta basically... we gotta be basically a boss bitch and tell everyone that, hey, you're all at fault. And that I should be Primogen now, because I know things, and I can be, you know, I can be a major power player. But at the same time, we basically sold ourselves out to basically... We basically did a Sith thing, you know? We basically moved up the ranks in the Sith Order. We basically took out our potential rival. It's like it's like Star Wars: The Old Republic and doing the Inquisitor end, which we didn't do, by the way. So spoilers for that. But basically, your potential rival ends up getting taken out by the Council because, well, to be fair, it should have been you who took him out. To be fair, it should have been you. But yeah, gets taken out by the Council because, yeah, you proved that they were incompetent and that they weren't fit for their role, yet you were. Anyway, speechless, he thought he had me pinned. Then responded with a checkmate. Well, I guess that's also a problem then. Let's head out for now. It's been an exhausting evening and dawn is nearing. Yes, let's just do that. Watch Payne out, looking unstrung and defeated. Soon after Crater was ordered to take care of Dakota, he asked me if I wanted to know what was done to her. My reply was honest, not very interested, no. Said that I got myself into a terrible game, rules which defied comprehension. Like that if I'm winning and climbing upward, I must be doing something right. Still, we don't want to talk too much these days beyond professional interactions. Much bigger world to think about now, one that fills me with happiness. Does it? Because I don't see it filling you with happiness. I see it as we chose poorly. We chose poorly. I'm thinking my current state reminds me of those fair house days right after my embrace. Might not last for that. At this point, I have to ask myself, what does? It's always about the next bigger rush. Alright, speed. Running speeches and official communication with the New York City camera these days, helping out Payne from time to time too. I have never felt more accomplished, more fulfilled as a journalist than I am now. Karen's visiting a few days to congratulate me on behalf of the entire Chicago-based clan. I'm not only met her expectations, but exceed them. She keeps bragging to everyone about how great her eye wasn't picking me. It's only these shadows that keep getting to me. I notice them everywhere these nights, and there are more and more of them surrounding me as time goes on. But it doesn't matter. I just think they're being cast because my future looks so bright. And then it's like, by the way, I don't like this. This won't bother me when I finish the other playthroughs because you basically push the button and then nothing happens. It doesn't go back to the main menu screen, that's my problem. Like it should. It fucking should go back to the main menu screen or credits or something. Instead, it just sits here. It's like, wait, what? But yeah, it's like, well, you ended the thing. So, yeah. 9 nights of that to go through. Let's put it on the credits. Why not? Credits. Probably notice the music's gonna be a bit too loud, isn't it? Okay, let's try that again this time. Credits. Okay. Wow. It's nice how the credits fucking ignore my options. It's like the upper game, isn't it? Take 3. There we go. So, my thoughts. My opinion, I preferred the one where we just left because, yeah, that did not feel like a good ending at all. Like, sure, it felt good that we, stood up to to everyone in the room and was like, hey, you all suck. And it's all your fault. Vote for that guy over there. You can set him out as a scapegoat. By the way, I want a position of power now because I just proved you all suck, so obviously I should join all of you. We basically lied, blackmailed, and threatened, and we basically, we pulled like a Sith Lord play, though. Which I should be fine, be neutral evil I should be all for, but I'm just saying, that feels like an evil ending. Which, oh yeah, thank you for playing, yay. Like, yeah, it feels like it should be, an evil ending. But yeah, it's supposed to be a good ending. But here's what bothers me, okay? So basically, yeah, we made it big with the Camarera. We're fucking Primogen. Well, basically, yeah, we're a Neonite Primogen. Like, to be a Primogen, usually you need, like, at least a couple dozen decades. At least a few 100 years. Experience, that whole elder position. Or ancillary position, at least. But yeah, we just basically proved, yeah, we could be a Primogen. Can we, though? Or the playing is, we could be the Lasombra Primogen. There aren't really much Lasombra here in the city in the first place. So who are we representing here, really? Because most of our clan's over in fucking Chicago, apparently. And not here. We're just basically here because, well, we gotta look good here. But in my opinion, the other ending was better. Because A, we don't say anything to the court, really. We leave. We get to speak with Catherine about who she really is, which we didn't get to do in this one. We get to find out that she's basically a Katerina the Wise. We get to find out that, yeah, she was the one who made... I don't know if she mentions actually Kristoff, but yeah, we know that. We go basically to the west with Dakota. Because that's a thing. We basically just say, yeah, we're done with this shit, and leave. Which is fine with me. Because, let's face it, do you really want to work with these fucks who just, all decide, hey, we're all just going to work together to run the city our way? The Anarchs. The Anarchs are supposed to be opposing the fucking Camarera. That's the whole thing about being the Anarchs, is they oppose the Camarera. They don't agree with the Camarera's bullshit. Nah, yeah, we're just in league with them, temporarily, Totally not working together for reasons. Yeah, they're just all together. Oh, the ending of the first game told us that, hey, basically, Prince Panhard and Callahan were basically, working together, that whole blood bond shit. But, yeah. Probably the greatest insult you could do is join them. Like, sure, we give ourselves a prestigious position, and we supposedly feel happy about it. What about the player? Does the player feel happy that they put themselves into a position with this shit? Like, it's why, in my opinion, the best endings in Bloodlines were the ones where you just went off on your separate fucking way. Because, let's face it, Bloodlines, you had your Anarch ending, where you basically side with them. Which, honestly, isn't that much different than just going off on your own. You have your Camarero ending, where basically, yeah, you did that. We basically did practically the same thing, except for you side with the Camarero. And you put basically the sarcophagus into a warehouse somewhere. Who knows where. There's a Kuei Jin one where basically, yeah, you just die. Because they strap you to, well, you don't. You basically get strapped to the sarcophagus and tossed over into the sea. That's a thing. There's the Sabat end, which was, you know, with the mod, where basically, A, you get blown up, or B, yeah, incinerate the sarcophagus. Spoilers for Bloodlines, by the way. Forgot about that. And then there's the going your own way endings, which are much better in my opinion. Because A, you could open the bot yourself, which is, you know, stupid. Or B, you could just give LaCroix the key and walk away, not giving a shit about anything. It's in my opinion the best ending. Well, besides the werewolf ending. The werewolf ending is pretty great. But yeah, that whole just, you're done with the Camarero, there's bullshit, you're done with the Anarchs, you're done with all of it, you just leave. It's the best way to end it. Giving no fucks and just walking away. But yeah, see, that's what it felt sort of like when you basically decide, we're just gonna leave Dakota and go our own path to the west. Fuck the repercussions from Kaiser and all that. This, though, we decided to just basically put ourselves in a powerful position in the Camarero, which basically means maybe Kaiser can't touch us, maybe he can, who knows. But at the same time, yeah. I don't know. It feels like we're a fucking sellout. That's what it feels like. But hey, we talked big. We went up against everyone and we decided to still be part of them. Yeah, just a bit of a sellout ending in my opinion. Oh well, at least we got into respect, and well, a bunch of people probably still aren't happy with us, but yeah. Oh well, it's not a problem anymore because the game's done. Just saying, in terms of endings though, it's a lot better than just, and then you got revealed how the game works, and then Thomas Arturo basically took you in, and you were never seen or heard from again. Whoop. Like the, yeah, that's the problem with the last game, is it's just, yeah, it's just basically you basically got fucking Half-Life ended. Oh god, now I'm going with spoilers into fucking Half-Life, ain't I? Yeah, it's basically like you got a fucking Half-Life ending in Coteries of New York, because like G-Man shows up and it's like, hey, you can work with me or not. Except for my problem though is you were only offered you basically chose probably the G-Man path and not just a fight you can't win path. Anyway, enough rambling. So that was Shadows of New York. In my opinion, still better than Coteries. Because Coteries, the problem mainly was you worked all that work of building up your coterie. For what? Like they saved you once, and then it's just over. And nothing really mattered about the coterie at the end. Nothing. So it's like, what was the purpose of building up a coterie in the fucking first place? I guess just to build up an image. But yeah, that was, it served no real purpose really. pretty shit. But anyway. So yeah. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all, and have a nice day.